Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, whenever and wherever you are. And welcome back to the Beta Plan as we are playing Crusader Kings 2 in our one province Habsburg campaign. And we've gotten all the way to the Holy Roman Empire title and spread it far and wide, but we may yet grow even further. Because the vicious Kaiser Adamar blesses upon you and your house, I've decided to accept your suggestion of a betrothal between Prince Dietmar and Basilisa Irene II. Yes, indeed, they are betrothed. And this is not matrilineal. They are normally betrothed. My heir, the heir to the Holy Roman Empire, okay, weak heir, not really weak, but weak in stature, with Basilisa Irene II. And she's a little bit older than him, but that doesn't bother me at all because, well, the age difference isn't too big of a gap, and it could actually be good because I will live for 30 more years or so, as we have tested out in the last episode. Our Habsburg line dies around 60. Well, that means in about 1430, Dietmar is weak. He may die after that, and she's a little bit older, so it might be that their son, well, will inherit everything, and well, if she will be on the throne before they, well, and by the way, it will be the entire Byzantine Empire, as you can see, because the revolt has been dealt with by, I think it still was her father, but yeah, there we have a complete, continuous nice colony and the rest of it. If she will come onto the throne before she will marry Dietmar and get children, that is kind of good. Why is this good? The Byzantine Empire has this unique mechanic, as you already saw right now with her and her sister, and that's already alliance here, that despite that her sister is the older one, and they both don't have children, so there's nothing like one sister has boys and the other one hasn't, therefore she inherits first. No, it's because she was born in purple. You need to be the emperor of the Byzantine... Oh, and there my wife is also pregnant. Despite being stressed and also being ill. But she is brawny, so she probably survived that. Hey. What? Did you? Please don't make a liar out of me. Arrange betrothal between you and me. Yep, okay. Don't know what happened there, but, well, you're a young girl, you may be fickle. Anyways, the first child that is born in purple, which means you had to be the emperor or empress at that time, is going to be the first inherit in prima congenitor, not the first boy, the first born in purple, and that's why she inherited. And if she is already Basilisa when she starts having children, that means that the first boy will be born in purple, which is also exactly the same heir for the Holy Roman Empire, and thus those two different type of laws will not be in our way, and there she accepted the alliance. Wow. The Byzantine Empire is now united with the Holy Roman Empire, and that means the strongest alliance in medieval Europe has been formed. I don't think there is a much more powerful thing we could get, except perhaps that the Fatimids may be the equal of the Byzantine Empire, but it certainly will be hard pressed to find a stronger alliance, that's for sure. How many kingdoms are there in there? I think enough that we will not get in too much trouble. There's a king already here, and king of Georgia, and we could give lands to the king of Hungary, who's now wounded. But we could give him Wallachia. I think even if we should inherit it with, well, the son of Dietmar, who is... Oh no, okay, it's economic elective. So first Apat will inherit the king of Hungary, and then Adamar von Habsburg, which is me, but for some reason his duchies will go to my son. Well, it doesn't really matter. In fact, it might be good if Dietmar inherits his duchy titles, because that would mean that he would stay German and not be at her court, and that, well, the obvious problems that could give with it. The fact that the children might be, educated as Greek instead of German, because he will be at her court. Sorry for clicking all the way back and forth now, making it more complicated. But yeah, Dietmar would then go to her court. He doesn't have any lands. Which means, despite the fact that it's non-matrilineal betrothal, so that the children will be German, she has the right to choose the educator, and thus, of course, she can make them German. And trust me, she will, because she will have German heirs, and she will focus on inheritance, which means she will try and teach them to be German. Alright, but yeah, I think even should we inherited this, that, well, the vassal count will not be too much of a problem. We will just make several kingdoms, give the king of Georgia, probably Anatolia, and perhaps maybe give the king of Cyprus then Greece or something like that. I don't know, and well, we can give some lands there to Jerusalem. I'm sure we can finagle it some way or another. After all, we also have some holy orders that we could give away if we want to. But this is an awesome betrothal, and yes, her heir is Barbara Musalon, her sister. Which, well, we should keep in mind that she has already become cruel, so her vassals won't like her that much right now. But I don't understand why there isn't like a Byzantine less heavier penalty, should I say, like, I don't know, -2 or something, because if you're of the Byzantine culture, you can so easily get this trait. Because if you blind someone or neuter someone, well, oh, by the way, here's the king of Cyprus. Yeah, and I know it's not called neutering, but the other word is just painful for a man to pronounce if you do snip snip. That's probably painful already enough to say, right? Yeah, well, then you can have a chance to get cruel, but, well, well, currently there's no problem. And by the way, this lady over here, I'm kind of fearing for what she may do or let her husband do, because now there's a 5-year-old on the throne of Mauritia. The man died. And yeah, well, between me and my wife, everything is fine. We are lovers nowadays, and, well, this is still the same inheritance, by the way. And, yeah, he has a truce, so I'm not sure if ever the Capets could go back and claim the title of France. So, the Van Habsburg seem to have gotten France. We may have lost Italy, but we have gained France. And speaking of Italy, by the way, yes, there's a reason why I'm going to England. Of Norfolk is about to lose their title because it will go to Germania. The one to inherit Italy is also to inherit England. Of an arbitrary slothful person who is a naive appeaser. I don't know how, but yes, Jimena. Normally, or I probably don't pronounce this properly, but there's normally a powerful line here in Iberia, and, well, there's still a Duke of Aragon here who's turned German, but yes, this point in history has totally gone a different way. Jimena is still going to be a powerhouse, and will combine, of course, two powerful vassals who already want to be on the council, so... Yeah, but of Norfolk line is going to end in the way of the House of Godwin. They will lose their title. Though the House of Godwin, by the way, isn't dead, mind you. And also won't say that, well, of Norfolk will have that. But here, House of Godwin, still alive as the Duke of Kent and the Duke of East Anglia. Also a little bit different than in history, eh? Oh, but this marriage, I can't get over it. It is so awesome. We talked about how awesome this would be if we could get it, and we got it. 5 years of difference, but it is only, in this case, it's good. And of course, well, here we will go give my son struggle. Why? Well, not only to get the military thing, but Rowdy here can lead to Brawny. Brawny giving you extra health. I don't know if that even might cancel out weak, and I don't even know if it's possible to get Brawny while weak. A Brawny weak person seems a bit counterintuitive, but it should be possible, because... weak is their hereditary trait, and Brawny isn't. But yeah, and Willful can lead, for instance, to Ambitious and Brave. Both also extremely cool. It's going to lead to Dull, which is really, really bad. So I really hope he doesn't get that. But I am Brave, so there's a good chance he might get Brave. Though the best thing would be, I would say, Ambitious and Brawny. If he gets those two, also. Whoa, the King of Lithuania was murdered? Why did you murder him? Who? Okay, this is a different house on the throne. Okay, I'll give you that, and perhaps that makes your claim somewhat stronger, but I don't see how. And this guy is still in prison, luckily, so it's a German king nonetheless, and the Basques are still gone from here, which is good, because, well, this land is certainly turning German. There's only one Prussian county left, and, well, even these counties have turned German. Looks a bit weird, but alright, we'll see about all of that. But, yeah, we are even off camera. Well, you see, Bohemian gone, Dutch completely gone. I wouldn't be surprised if more cultures would flip away, being lost to antiquity, as they say. The question is about this betrothal and this alliance is... By the way, your father here, as you can see, died of illness. But yeah, she's being taught by her mother, and well, it's not going to probably give her very good traits, though she is focusing on stewardship, so, of course... I'm still sometimes thinking in the old way of CK2 with Well, is no longer guardian. Oh, we were just talking about that. Now her guardian is also a regent, the king of Cyprus. I noticed that quickly. But yeah, I still think in the way of old CK2 that, well, the child is educated by a certain person, they will get those traits, but that is much less so nowadays. But yeah, I'm wondering about this alliance. How much are we going to have to defend her? And we will have to defend her. Oh, better say, I will defend her. Let me put it even better. From the Jaws of Steel. Oh, interesting vocal. But yeah, we want to defend her because we do want to have these lines combined. And I think because she's so young and because she's cruel, we need to think that in mind. But yeah, our threat here, despite being 89.50%, we don't care much about that anymore. The strongest opponent that we had, the Byzantine Empire, is gone. Hello? Oh, you revoked something apparently could create. Alright, whatever. Enjoy. I could, of course, create that and given it to you. You would have been very happy for it. But yeah, you revoked apparently this Breton dude. Oh, well, that's okay. Removing the Bretons from Iberia. But yeah, this war has also been done several times. Very wise king. Oh, hey, you remarried. Awesome. And you got an inbred ugly child. Okay. This Prince Martin is slightly worse than his genius father. Not so wise. Yeah, you're going to Martin van Habsburg and then to Dietwin van Habsburg. And I kind of know who that guy is because I looked it up before. And this guy is matrilineal married. Here he is, Dietwin van Habsburg. So Jerusalem might go to, well, not a van Habsburg, but a van Assel. Luckily she is quick, so she might be a good queen. And hopefully their son is, but yeah. I hope you get other children, though he is depressed and she is homosexual. Luckily that's of course compensated by the lustful and the fact that she is Midas touched, but yeah. Those children may not be that very strong because apparently these two are close enough together to get inbred and ugly. The chance that he will procreate is very small. So now it seems that our greatest opponent will be Lithuania, who's currently at war with Russia. And I mean greatest opponent because if we will inherit the Byzantine Empire and because we have Croatia and they have lands that we would like to own. And he's fighting Rus, who by the way isn't, as you can see, a Rurikid, but he is. I kind of want to go for this little county here, get a little bit of the coast more, but I'm not sure if we have a... Should have a de jure claim on it, but I can here only see claim Kiev, Minsk, Polotsk and Smyrna. And this is split and that is... Oh, I can't see it. Minsk. That's up there. Polotsk. Kiev. Make tributary. I don't know why, but I can't do de jure claims on the Rurikids. Oh, well, guess we'll have to leave them alone. I guess the other target that we could go for, however, is Sweden. You might be in a pact against me, but that's against Rus and Lithuania who are at war with one another. So I say we're going to make our brother a little bit more happier, the King of Poland. Claim Schleswig, yes, you will all come in, but you will be fighting moi, and you will not have the Byzantine Empire, and my brother doesn't like me that much anymore. He's still a pretender and claimant to the Holy Roman Empire, which is one of the major issues, minus 25, because he's the 5th in line currently to inherit the throne. So as soon as we will have another child with my wife, assuming that will go through, then what will happen. By the way, talking about houses that are dying like the of Norfolk, Estrid will go to this girl, who is van Estrid, but she is married normally to Petrilov. So yeah, can we do this? Yes, we can. Let's arrange this marriage before we go to war. Oh, how lovely! Betrothed to Prince Ruprecht. Sweden might fall to our hands. Now, of course, that girl may still get a boy, so that may be totally cack. But we might have a claim for it, and and that would be cool. Don't you think? Getting all Sweden also inside of, because currently that is the blue island within our titanium white. And he doesn't want a non-aggression pact, so kaboom, bye bye. Because, well, we betrothed, of course, to his grandson, and that he doesn't care about. If it was to his daughter or what have you, yes, then he would matter. And he calls in all his allies who are in a defensive pact. Oh no, and look how many troops we can summon from our wife. 39,000 because, well, we are now totally in love with one another and she will give me all her troops. That is awesome, but let's not call them up there because that's attrition and here we just have enough. So that we can split them and we'll travel in this region is very, very slow, so we need to be mindful of that. County of Upland is that you own and Schleswig. Oh, that's cool because that's exactly the county we're going for. Awesome. Let's just call up a little bit, wee bit more troops. And by the way, if you hadn't realized that this is yet another post commentary, but I had already hinted at that. And the first post commentary in this series of 3, it will also be the last post commentary because, well, I said recorded 3 episodes when I found out that the entire headset has broken down and thus we have no sound of the game that was coming from my headphones and we have no sound on my microphone. I'm so sorry for that. I hope that my voice still is good enough to come back for the moment, and I promise you in the next episode again we have sound of the game and my voice live, not post commentary, but alright. And so, well, we currently are gathering up the troops to teach that Sweden that old lesson, might makes right. And you may once have been these strong Vikings and may have struck fear into the hearts of, well, actually some of the main parts of the Holy Roman were related to be the Holy Roman Empire, though it was first the Saxons, but you did your fair share of raiding in England and the Netherlands and what have you, not for instance, and up the Rhine also, so yeah, I think also up the Elbe, so yeah. I think this time that this is just a little payback. I know we are about 500-600 years late, but you know, we find this a good casus belli. Right makes might. Actually, you can have that casus belli if you are Tengri, but we are not Tengri. We are we are Catholicism, I want to say. We are Catholic, sorry. And of course Sweden is also Catholic, but still. That's going to be extremely interesting in EU4. If Sweden could keep its complete independence from us, and they would go Protestant and go Defender of the Faith and we would be Catholic. Oh, that's a battle that we have no use for, but whatever. But I think Sweden, Rus and Ruthenia are going to be incorporated, certainly if we have the Byzantine Empire immediately inherited. Because that's just gonna be crazy, yo. Wow, you have 991 men only here? Wow. Okay. Unexpected. That's mind-bogglingly low. For something that... Oh. Perhaps because it's officially Danish terrain? You don't care for that, Sweden? You are the king of Sweden and Denmark, you know, officially. By the way, uh-oh. People are going to come and attack my face in Eland. Not good. I should not have called up these troops if I want to use my retinue. Are these people going to be in time? Don't think so. You will get a crossing, but... Oops. Oopsie! Well, that's the words I would use for that. Oh, wait a second, we have these 29,000 troops. Move in! But yeah, it's going to be a very weird EU4 campaign, which is also why I still want to do it, because the religious game is going to be so weird. If Catholicism is just one nation, it's... Okay, we shouldn't land troops there, because we would just go into the meat grinder. It's just one nation. Think of what that would do. Why are you declaring civil war? Your husband is already going to probably inherit. That's... Darling, his kid is inbred... whatever. You two have fun. But, yeah, because if there's only one nation that is Catholic, and there's like a few little nations Like, there is so less much. Okay, other way around. Because there's one nation of Catholicism, and we are going to go play the colonization game, I first have to learn myself a little bit how Mare Nostrum works. Works is Dutch. Sorry, works. So it could definitely have an impact on how well I can play the colonization game. And because there's only one country, colonization is going to be a lot slower. Yes, we're going to have a ton of income, and I am planning on. Hello, Hardwig, you're quick. It's a bit slow for a quick child, but alright, there it is, the fifth child of mine. And oh, Sweden has hired the Finnish band. Alright, well, we'll just ransom you. It's going to be a lot less colonies are going to be formed, because even with our crazy income, we won't be able to support more, I assume, than 5 or 6 colonies, because the extra cost for colonies beyond the ones you can colonize with your little dude, your colonist. Yeah, it sounds a bit weird, but because a colonist is also, I always found that a little bit weird terminology, but the prospector, if you will, I would find that a bit of a better term. Then, well, the increased cost for that colony becomes astronomically high, because it's not like times 2 for every colony on top of that. No, it's times 2, times 4, times 8 or something like, or even even faster than that. It's like crazy high. So, of course, we are going to go for those ideas, and which means we will not go for awesome ideas like innovative, probably, or ideas like humanist idea groups, because I love those too. But yeah, well, we'll have to put points somewhere else. Now I know that administrative and innovative are admin, and most of the well, I think the other guys are Diplo still, the expansion ones. But yeah, we have to focus on that. So it's going to be very, very interesting regarding that as well. And that means the New World will be less Catholic. Will then the Muslims also start to colonize more than normal? I don't know. We'll just have to see. It's going to be interesting. And look at it. The Byzantine Empire is wow, has actually sent 18,000 men already into the HRE in order to help us. But actually, I fought them as a buffer against all the Muslim little nations that joined the coalition. They can just beat them up freely, willy-nilly. But yeah, that is awesome. The Byzantine Empire in alliance with us, as we are smacking down the Swedes. Is it the Swedish? It's the Swedish people, but do you say as a singular the Swedes? It almost sounds like the Swedes. Oh, come here, you tasty little Swedish people, you. Oh dear Lord, I may need therapy sometimes. Sometimes when I hear myself back, I think like, I may need therapy. I may just be a little bit too crazy. Oh well. As they say here, people call me prettig gestoord, which is, well, translated, prettig, comfortably crazy. Not so per se for me, but for other people. Like, it's a fun type of crazy. You know, you can have a little bit of a laugh of that, and I'm not like, yeah, I gotta kill the world type of craziness. But yes, all right. You know what so what are our troops doing? Well, we're moving to Gotland because it's it has a city on top of it, and thus it will be very, very easy to immediately mow down. Well, we're already at 88% war score, so I think taking 1 or 2 cities will be enough war score to win this little war. So then we will have continuous lands, and that is of course excellent. Now I know that the Gulf of Finland lies between and Kattegat lies between, well, our Scandinavian lands and the lands that we have in mainland Europe, but we should have a claim for Finland on one county that connects it, and otherwise one sea count tile in between. That more countries have those type of things. That, well, there are islands, for instance, for England and Scotland, and actually any kind of country with islands. I mean, Hawaii lies a lot further away from America, but okay, modern days. But I think that can be forgiven. And well, I'll get the troops home on my own. I'll say I thank you for watching, and remember, great peril yields great beauty.